Hopefully you guys can see me. Can you see me? I hope so. Today is December 29th, I think. My accent isn't that great, but I hope you guys are doing well, cause I'm doing well. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm trying to make this video a little short, but as you can see by the title, it's going to be a very intimate video, yeah? A very intimate video. And I'm at Dory Park right now. As you can see in the background, it is a little windy, but I'm right in the sun, which I like to be in, But today, the video is about my spiritual journey this entire year, bro. Like, I've been self-reflecting a lot, and I see a lot of angel numbers like 666. I know you might think of like, oh, that's very demonic to say, but those angel numbers have definitely been sticking out to me, and they're all about reflection and like just reflecting on what you've been through and what you're going through at the moment, or probably what you've been through in the past. It's just basically reflection, But I am prepared. I'm not going off the dome today, as I usually do. But yes, today is about my personal spiritual journey. So I have like 7 bullet things that I've learned thus far, well, during this year, that I thought about that I feel like I should share. Something told me to share this and like upload. I really want to make this video at least 20 minutes, because my computer does not like me uploading videos and editing videos that are over 25 minutes. So I am going to take my time, yet be very direct and to the point. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I have my notebook right here. I am prepared. Yes, look at me. I literally came up with this in like, I'm not gonna even say 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, definitely less than 10. But this whole year for me, I'm gonna try not to get emotional, y'all. Like, it has been a roller coaster, like for the better though, but like when I was going through it at the moment, it was not the best at all. I'm gonna say that. But like, ego deaths are, things or an event that happens to you personally. An ego death, just to define it for you guys that don't know, it's definitely like an identity crisis. Like, you question everything that you know, like why, how, when, why is things the way they are, like, things like that. Like, just questioning everything about why you're here, your purpose, the universe, God, your faith, and just what you basically stand for as a person. But yeah, the first thing I really wanted to stress about my spiritual journey is trust and self-love. Like, I definitely had to learn how to trust myself. At first, at the beginning of the year, I was definitely going through with my ego death, and I felt like I was in a dark tunnel, and I just felt like there was kind of no escaping, and like my space was breaking out. I might insert some pictures here, like what I use as my confidence and my ego, like my appearance and stuff like that. I learned that was not everything. So I kind of relied on my external more than my internal, which was not a good thing, and that was definitely my ego taking over. And then also just fighting demons about like, the skin, trying to find myself, also being in the environment at U of R. It was not the best experience for me. I'm gonna just be transparent as like a black girl, and just trying to find herself in that environment. Everyone was kind of like fake, in my opinion. I'm just gonna lay it out. But like, once my friends left that were upperclassmen, it was just really hard for me to find my people and just also develop as an individual. But I feel like I definitely did a good job my senior year, just going through it, finding who I am and stuff like that. Like, I feel like I did a really good job. I've overcome a lot of stuff, and I'm very strong because of it. And I also learned to trust and love myself throughout the entire process. But yes, my journey, it started in January, kind of started maybe in December. I remember over break, an individual helped me or like initiated or catalyzed my spiritual journey, or just even my ego death, which was the beginning of my ego journey. I mean my spiritual journey. But that person definitely helped me through a lot of stuff, and I'm definitely grateful for them, to say the least. I always gotta give them the props, the gratitude, stuff like that. I'm just real grateful to be in the position I am right now. So like January, I was going through it. My skin was breaking out. I was going through identity crisis. I did not know how I was gonna get out of it. It felt like every day was just long and dreadful. I will remember I was in the dark at my room, just like watching Suicide Squad, going through it. My skin was breaking out on both sides. Like, my skin is doing okay right now. I'm grateful for that, but like, that was it for a reason. I remember going outside, not wanting to look at my phone, looking at my skin, not wanting to look in the mirror. Like, I dreaded going to the bathroom because I did not want to look at myself, basically, because of my skin was breaking out, like, really, really bad. It was definitely kicking my butt. But I thought it was gonna last forever. But once I started loving myself and not just the external, working internally, it kind of helped me go within and know that beauty is from within. And external is not everything, because it doesn't last forever, basically. So just doing that, and that really forced me to look within and just work on myself, basically. And that's what the universe wanted. So once that happened, once I started loving myself, taking more pictures of myself regardless of what my skin looked like, just loving myself regardless, just looking at the cup half full rather than half empty, just changing my mindset. The skin just catalyzed so many, events that had to happen internally for me to work on to become the person I am today, and the person I'm going to be in the future, my highest self. But yes, I had to do a lot of soul searching, a lot of alone time, a lot of solitude. That comes to the second thing. You have to choose yourself. You have to learn how to be by yourself and just be selfish. Like, you can't put someone else before you. You have to put yourself first, no matter the situation. Because I'm such a caring and nice person, and I love helping people, and I feel like that's part of my purpose here, like helping people and stuff like that. But sometimes at the end of the day, you have to choose yourself. You have to choose to be alone, regardless of your family, what they want. You have to isolate yourself to figure out who you are as a person and figure out what you like, what you don't like, stuff like that. If that makes sense. I really hope this makes sense. But also, along with this, I also was consistent with meditation. That kind of helped me a lot. I remember the first time I meditated, I'm just messing around. My brain is like that, so bear with me. But I remember the first time I meditated, and it was just a beautiful experience. I remember doing a guided meditation. My friend helped me with that. Thankful for that person that introduced me to that. And I remember doing it for the first time, and I did a guided meditation, like I said, and it was just so beautiful. Like, it kind of showed me like what I could be if I was consistent with working on myself after my ego death, stuff like that. Just becoming my highest self, or just on the path to becoming the highest version of myself, and aligning myself spiritually, mentally, physically with God, and my faith in God and the universe and everything like that. It was so beautiful. I felt like I was a viewer watching a movie, in a sense, and the movie was me. Like, it was my highest self, like, just glowing. It wasn't like even externally, it was just internally. It was just so beautiful to me, and I'm not gonna lie, it made me cry. That was the first time something like that ever made me cry on the spot. And I also had a feeling of self-love that I've never really felt before, and I did not know it was self-love. I did not know what I was feeling initially when I meditated, but it was that. Like, it was that. So, it just gave me a little insight, or a little foreshadow on what I could possibly be as a human being, or as a spiritual person or a soul, like that, stuff like that. Hopefully I'm making sense. I'm not that great at talking, but I feel like I really need to make this video for people that are going to go through this. Like, also, my jacket is on the ground, sorry about that. So the third thing is solitude. I kind of learned this midway through the year. So just like being alone. I remember in the summertime I did research at U of R. That was a prime time. My parents did not want me to use my money that I was getting from my research to, use it to be alone at the dorm or whatever. But something was telling me, like, no, you need to be alone at this time in the summertime. You need to use this as to build your foundation, explore things about yourself, to reflect, to like grow as an individual, and just, be alone. So that was a test in itself, and I'm not gonna lie, I was fighting demons, respectfully. I don't know what it was, but I was fighting demons in the beginning of the year to, look internally and work on myself and initiate that catalyst to be aligned, to go to the path to become my highest self. And also just being challenged to be consistent along that path, not taking steps back. And that's what I went through the summertime. Oof, that's exactly what I went through. I'm just realizing it because it's just like I'm just thinking about it. But yes, that's what it was. Now I'm realizing. But yes, solitude is very important. You have to be solid within yourself. Like, if you don't love yourself, if you don't love every part of your body, every part of your soul, your being, just everything, even the person you're going to develop in the future, then you can't love nobody else. And also, when you master that solitude, you have so much love for yourself where it's like overwhelming, and then things can lead to happiness and gratitude and being thankful for where you are, your experience, and your earthly experience on this earth. It just gets deep, bro. It gets deep, y'all. But I'm really getting to that point where it's like I love myself so much. I can just think about how much I love myself and what I've been through this year, where it's like I can just start tearing up. And I'm trying not to cry because, like, I've been through a lot. I'm not gonna lie. But yes, I've been outside my comfort zone so much this year where it's like I kind of thrive in not being in my comfort zone, and I know how that feels because I'm used to it. And I feel like everyone should be like that, because when you're not in your comfort zone, you definitely, grow as an individual at the end of the day. And that also comes to self-love, which is my fourth thing. You have to love yourself. I think I already touched on it, but like these things are just all connected together. But yeah, if you don't love yourself, you can't love anyone else. And it just ultimately comes down to that at the end of the day. And it's okay to be selfish. So solitude, self-love, and just trusting yourself. And also, when I started meditating consistently, I just started seeing results, especially after my ego death or just going through it. I just saw multiple signs where it's like you got to keep going, especially through it. You just got to keep going. And I did, and I'm glad I did. But for me, more on my ego death, I was so isolated. I don't know how to explain it. Actually, I do. Let me get my words together. I was just very isolated. I was kind of questioning everything, like staring into space. And I started doing more research about meditation, universe, certain things that happen through your spiritual journey and what part of my spiritual journey I was in. I remember being at a track meet at New York, the Armory, and this is my ego death when it was fresh. Like, I knew I was going through something. I did not know what it was. So I tried to do more research and figure out what it was. I went on YouTube and I figured out this video where it was like, oh, there's different parts of your spiritual journey. I might leave the link in the bio. I don't know if I can find it. But I was definitely going through the ego death phase, and I could not wait to get to exploration phase. But the ego death phase is very, very important, y'all. I'm not gonna stress that enough. Some people's ego death is longer than others. Some people's are shorter. Some people go through multiple ego deaths if they get off the track. But I mean, everything happens for a reason at the end of the day, It's your journey. So you have to do that self-reflection yourself. The fifth, five, is just mental health. My ego definitely stressed mental health for me. Like, I was going through depression, which led to low self-esteem, stuff like that. But once I got through that, and just training my brain through meditation on how to think positive and not have any doubt, and also just to believe myself cold-heartedly and what I was going through and what I am going to be as an individual, the possibilities are endless. And then once I started tapping into just positive thinking, I started reinventing myself. Things started coming easier. Things just started falling into line or into place. And I also saw so many signs. My signs that I personally went through were just angel numbers, and just also things just working out, and just trusting the process. Like, you have to trust the process or it's not going to work. Like, you have to trust it cold-heartedly, bro. Like, there's no other way around it. I wish there was, but there's not. I mean, everyone's journey is different, but you just have to go. You have to go through it, man. Number 6. This is something that I learned recently, but letting go of things that are out of your control. That kind of goes with things that, like, aren't aligned with you, things that don't feel right, things that I feel forced. Don't force anything, bro. If it's meant for you, it will work, you know? So that's what I had to say about that. I'm very sensitive, and I tend to give people multiple tries, and I'm very open-minded and individualistic, and just I like to see people's different perceptions and stuff like that. But when things are forced, or they're starting to feel forced, or just your intuition's telling you no, that's not it, just let that go, bro. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. But yeah, that's kind of something recent I've definitely learned, and just being okay with it. I mean, it's okay as a human to feel your emotions, your feelings, and just go through the emotions. We're human. We're here to have this humanly experience. So just go through it. Just don't let it define you or reflect any actions that you do. Just feel it out, accept it, let it go. So yeah, the 7th thing, that was the 6th thing. The 7th thing is, when you go through all this, and I am in the phase of like exploration, and just also still exploring things about myself and what I like, just putting myself out there, and just meeting new people that probably are in different parts of their journey, and also just trying to help them. At the end of the day, we all gotta help each other, man. But also that exploration phase, and also all the stuff that I've been through, like the curiosity, the ego death, and then also the exploration. I'm just really thankful and happy that I know what my worth is, and my self-love that I definitely worked on, which led to happiness and gratitude, man. I'm just thankful to be here. Like, at any time, if you really think about it, you could die right now watching this video, like right now. But yeah, I'm just really grateful to be on this earth, and just, experience what I need to experience, and figure out what my purpose is, and just, vibe and relax. And once you know that everything is going to work out for you, all you can do is chill and make sure that you're aligned and staying on, your P's and Q's, standing on business about yourself, and about just self-reflection, and just working on yourself to get maybe to your goals, or just staying consistent with good habits that you might develop along the way. I would say a tip is to develop really, really good habits along your journey, because it's really easy to fall into developing bad habits, like smoking, or just relying on stuff like that when you're going through your ego death, because depression and low self-esteem can lead to maybe coping with it by, like, smoking or things of low vibration nature. Just don't do that. Just go through it. It's a test. Like, at the end of the day, it's a test. Life is about tests, basically. So you just have to go through it, and just do the best you can. And if you need help, don't be afraid to ask for help. I would say that definitely. But me personally, I had somebody that I could ask because they were kind of above or went through what I went through before I did. But I'm just really grateful for that person. And if you're watching this, I'm very grateful for you. And I hope, you're going to have a great life. And I just want you to be happy. Anyways, but yes, that is all I really wanted to say. I might make another video regarding my spiritual journey because I feel like I bounced around a lot, but I just felt like I really needed to make this, and I really just want to help you guys out there. If you come across this video was meant for you. But yeah, I just hope you guys are having a nice day and reflecting and enjoying your life and the experience. And I love you guys.